Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a brand new pick a card for you guys today. And today we are asking, what is your person thinking, feeling, and wanting towards you at this time? So this is just basically going to be a general love reading, kind of a little check-in just to see where you and your person are at, what's going on, how they may be thinking and feeling towards you. This especially might be good if you're not currently in communication with your person, or if maybe you're in limited communication with your person, so you may not necessarily know where they really stand with you, or maybe you're just confused or something like that and you need a little bit of guidance, a little bit of insight, a little bit of support and encouragement. That's basically what this reading is going to be all about. Kind of a general little love check-in between you and your person. So yeah, I know I've been kind of like touch and go back and forth with getting up regular uploads here, regular pick-a-cards on the channel. It's just been a little crazy and chaotic on my end, but hopefully I'm getting a little bit more back into the flow and into a regular routine again with things. So before I launch into introducing the piles and we get started, you guys, I did want to remind you that I am now officially going live on Wednesday nights, so the middle of the week, Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I am going to be live officially only on Wednesdays to do readings for you guys. So you can stop on by, pop in, and I'll do a reading for you. And since I don't have super chats or anything like that on this channel, you guys are welcome to, drop in your donation via PayPal or Venmo. All of that information will be in the description box, and all the readings are $10 or under, basically on what you choose. But that's pretty much how Wednesday nights are operating. I used to do them Mondays and Fridays, but since I moved, I spend quite a bit of time hanging out over at my mom's on the weekends, and I kind of just noticed that bookmarking the weekends with readings, it just wasn't flowing with my new routine, so I'm moving them into the middle of the week now. So we get to have some midweek fun, midweek hangouts together, so that's the update on that. I think the most recent video that I posted was my introduction video to my brand new deck. And I actually filmed that before I changed the schedule. So just ignore the Monday, Friday thing with that. But yeah, it is officially Wednesdays, and yeah, so that's kind of what's going on there. I'm also open and available for private readings too, so if you guys are interested in that, my email, my contact information, all of that is in the description box down below too. And before we get started here, if you guys could give this video a big thumbs up, that would definitely help me out. It would help out with that YouTube algorithm. And, drop me a comment down below. If you resonate with me as a reader and you enjoy my readings, then I invite you to subscribe, of course, and to hit the notification bell so you always know when a new reading is up or when I am live. You'll be the first one to know. So I definitely invite you to do that. And if you're a returning subscriber, I appreciate you and I'm so thankful for you, and welcome on back to another reading. And yeah, that's basically that's what's going on. I feel like I haven't done one of these little introductions in a while, so I apologize if I'm a little rusty and a little rambly right now. But yeah, there's just been a lot going on. So I think that's pretty much it in terms of updates. Like I said, all the information that you need to know about live readings, private readings, contact information, anything else, it's all in the description box. And I am going to be using my brand new deck in this reading, Written in the Stars. So if you guys like that deck, it is available up on Etsy as well. So anyways, I'm going to launch into the pile introduction now so you guys know what's up. And pile number 1, we have this red leaf, this red and glittery leaf. We're getting into fall now, so I brought out all my little fall decorations. See, I got little leaves and stuff all over the place here. But yes, so we have the red leaf for pile number 1. Then we have the yellow or golden leaf for pile number 2. It's more like a maple leaf. They all have a little bit of glitter, a little bit of shine to them. And pile number 3, we have the orange leaf, which also has some sparkle and shine to it. So those are your 3 different choices for your piles. So pick the pile, the number, the leaf, however it is that you want to choose. Go ahead and make your choice. Timestamps are down below, of course, and we're going to get started here with pile number 1, our red leaf friend group. Hi, pile 1. If you chose this red glittery leaf for fall, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out, to basically find out how your person is thinking, feeling, what they're wanting, just kind of where they're at in your connection right now, what it is that you guys need to know about what is happening. So we're going to start off here with a few messages from Enchanted Embrace, and these would just be a few messages of things they have to say to you. So let's see what they have to say. There is a place. Will you meet me there? I want to feel your touch. Can you feel my love? And you are sweet perfume like a desert rose. So with these 4 cards right off the bat, with the first one, there is a place, will you meet me there? When this one came out, I kind of get the feeling like maybe there's a particular place that has a significant meaning for you guys. It's a significant memory. It could be where you met. It could be where your first date was, where your first kiss was. Just something important, something significant. Maybe this was the place where the 2 of you like made some kind of commitment to one another. So take it as it resonates. But I feel like this whole there's a place, will you meet me there thing, I feel like if you're separated from this person, if you're not communicating with this person, or the communication is spotty, I feel like they do want to reconnect with you, but they want to do it at this specific place because it holds meaning, it holds significance. It's not like they just want to like call you up on the phone or send you a text, or they don't want to be lazy or haphazard about it. Like I get the feeling that there really is emotion and feeling in this person, and they want to express that by like physically being at some place that is of significance to you guys. Something that's significant in your past, in your history. Obviously with Can You Feel My Love, I do feel like, once again, even if things have been difficult for you guys, that there is still love there. They do feel love for you, even if it has been difficult, even if it's been hard, and they do want to feel your touch. So they feel very connected to you. Maybe physical touch could be their love language, or physical touch might be your love language. But I get the feeling, and it's not just about, like sexual touch. It's not just about like sexual desire, but I feel like just the tenderness of touch in general. Like it could be just a simple embrace, like a simple hug. Like even just that right now, I feel like would mean the world to this person. And probably to you as well. And obviously they are basically enticed in by your scent. They enjoy your smell. Even if you don't wear perfume, I feel like they may just like natural you. So yeah, they definitely, they still have feelings there for you. I also have some cards here from my own brand new deck, Written in the Stars. So this one is by me. If you like it, if you're interested in it, it is available on Etsy, so the link for that will be down below. And this deck has not only love messages in it, it has other messages as well. It has some general messages. So if we do get a general message in here, I'm sure it'll make sense somehow as to how it applies and how it fits into your situation. Otherwise, it wouldn't pop up. But let's see what you guys got. Their love is as deep as the heart of the ocean in Titanic. So we got a love card right off the bat here. So obviously this person's love for you is deep. This is not shallow. This is not superficial. This is not something that is like one-sided or anything like that. Like, their love is legit. It's the real deal. And, you know, if you think about like the movie Titanic, for example, you know, like Jack fought tooth and nail, everything he could to be there for Rose. You know, she, at the very beginning when they like first met, she was ready to commit suicide and he stopped her. He saved her life. And he just kind of basically kept continuing to save her life in a lot of ways the rest of the movie. You know, he sacrificed all for her. And yes, you know, we could get into the whole thing of they both could have fit on the door and the ocean thing at the end of the movie. I get that. But the fact of the matter is he still gave up his space on that door. He still, you know, gave up his own life to make sure that she would be dry, that she would be safe, that she would stay afloat through everything. So, you know, his love for her meant the world to her, like so much more than what's his face. I don't even remember the guy that she was engaged to, like his name. Like, I know it was Billy Zane who played the guy. I just don't remember the character's name. I just remember he had very perfect eyebrows. But that's besides the point. But anyways, their love for you is deep. It is deep for sure. Underestimated, like Elle Woods in Legally Blonde. So with this card, I feel like it's basically saying that you may actually underestimate this love. That a lot of the times I feel like you guys may actually question this love, and you're like, you know, is their love really that deep? Is their love really as deep as the heart of the ocean? Do they really feel for me the way that Jack did for Rose? You know, would they really give their space up on that door for me to survive? Like, I feel like you underestimate them sometimes. But in the movie Legally Blonde, you know, Elle Woods, she conquers all. You know, everyone underestimates her. Nobody thinks that she can be a successful lawyer, that she can make a difference, that you know, that she can win the case at the end and everything. Everyone just writes her off as a dumb blonde. And she proves everybody wrong. So I feel like if you've been assuming that this person isn't going to come through, or that they don't really love you as much as you think that they do, I feel like they're going to prove you wrong. You're completely underestimating the love that they have for you. So that's kind of what I'm getting with the Elle Woods one. And then we have Call Neve Catfish Alert. So if you guys are familiar with the MTV show Catfish, it's obviously about online relationships and people not being as what they seem online. And a lot of the times people do wind up getting catfished, but you do have the occasional gem in there where they do wind up actually being the person that they say they are on the internet. Now, I don't feel like this person is catfishing you, no. But what this card basically tells me is there's a possibility that maybe you guys did meet online. That could be possible, which is interesting with the whole there is a place, will you meet me there? I don't know, maybe like if you guys met on Facebook or something like that, maybe they'll reach out to you on Facebook. So that could be one possibility. But otherwise, I feel like this kind of ties in once again to the underestimating them. Like, I feel like sometimes you may feel like they're catfishing you in your life. Not that they're catfishing you in like the quite literal translation of a catfish, like on the TV show. Like, you could actually know this person in real life, in person, and all that kind of stuff. But the bottom line is a catfish is basically a liar. A catfish is someone who doesn't present themselves as who they really are. And I feel like sometimes you guys may underestimate this person and doubt who they really are. And you may feel like, in a sense, they're catfishing you, dealing with their emotions, that they may say that they feel this way and you just don't believe it. And if that's the case, it may not necessarily be because of them. there may be something within you that you may need to look into and address, because if their love is truly as deep as the heart of the ocean, if it's truly the real deal here, and you keep on doubting it, then maybe there's something going on in your past, in your history. You know, have there been other people before this person who have hurt you, who have lied to you, who have abused you, who have done mean and horrible things to you that make you doubt yourself, and therefore make you doubt this connection, and therefore make you doubt basically any potential future connection, whether it's this one or any others. So that could be a possibility. And if it is, that's probably something that you, as the viewer, may have to heal within yourself in order to be able to accept this deep love, in order for you to meet that person, in order for you to actually feel their love. And you also have It's All Right, You're Saved by the Bell. So, you know, you guys know like the old, 80s, 90s Saturday morning sitcom Saved by the Bell. You know, the theme song was like, it's all right because you're saved by the bell. So, that's basically what this is saying. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, it's basically saying that you're all right, that everything with this situation is going to be all right. That it may not seem like it right now, but, God's got this. God has it more than you even realize. So, everything that you're worrying about, fearing, doubting, overthinking, overanalyzing, underestimating, and that kind of thing, you don't need to. Like, everything truly is okay. You don't need to worry. Okay. We have a few more messages from them, from the Messages of the Masculine's Shadow. Do you feel my touch at night? Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so crazy. Do you feel my touch at night? And then, I want to feel your touch. And can you feel my love? So I feel like this person is trying to reach out to you. Like, if they're not trying to reach out to you in the 3D, in the physical, through, texting or calling you or whatever, I feel like they're trying to reach out to you in the 3D or in the 5D. Well, who knows? Maybe they're going to reach out to you in the 3D, because I just tripped up and I just said 3D. So I feel like that means someone's probably going to be reaching out in the 3D at some point. But as a whole, this is a very similar theme, these three cards together. They want to know if you feel their touch. They want to feel your touch. Can you feel my love? They're asking if you can feel these things. So I feel like they are trying to do something. Even if it's just on an energetic level, even if it's just emotionally, or maybe in your dreams, I feel like they are reaching out. So I would say really pay attention to your dreams at this time. Pay attention to synchronicities, signs, that kind of thing. Like, don't ignore that stuff. Don't underestimate that stuff, because I feel like they are trying to say something. They are trying to communicate. I want to make love to you. So, once again, going back to the, like, do you feel my touch at night? Like, there obviously is a sexual desire. Like, obviously, like I said over here, they want to feel your touch. And I do feel like part of this is, that simple embrace kind of thing. And it could be partially their love language. But at the same time, there is obviously a sexual vibe here, because it is coming out with these cards that are coming out right now. You have an amazing heart. So I feel like this is one of the reasons why their love is as deep for you as it is, because they see your heart. They know your heart. They know you for who you really are. And, maybe that's one of the reasons why you underestimate them. Maybe that's one of the reasons why you don't believe them sometimes, because maybe there's a part of you that doesn't believe, like, oh my gosh, how can someone possibly think of me as being this wonderful? It could be a lack of self-love within you that you may need to adjust in order to allow this in. It's like the whole thing of, you can't fully love someone else if you're not already loving yourself. So I feel like in this group, there may be a little bit of self-love lack on your end, which could be which could be a little bit of an infringement on the connection. But it's something that you guys can fix. It's something that's easily reversible. So I feel like they see you for this amazing person that you truly are, like this beautiful, wonderful, talented, kind, caring, warm-hearted person. I feel waves of your energy around me. So, just like they're obviously trying to send you some kind of message, even if it's subconsciously, you're probably trying to send them some messages too. And maybe sometimes their messages of frustration, like, hey, enough of this, 3D, or I keep saying 3D, you guys, I swear, somebody in this group is going to get 3D communication, because I want to say 5D, and every time I want to say 5D, it comes out 3D out of my mouth. So someone's going to get that 3D communication for sure, however that's going to look. But I feel like when you guys are communicating in the 5D, that's what I'm trying to say, now I just lost my train of thought because I kept wanting to say 3D, and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, I feel like there is this exchange going on in the 5D, and there's, frustration because you want it to cross over into the 3D, and I feel like it will, but you guys are definitely both feeling each other. There's obviously some kind of blockage there that's preventing it from going to the 3D, if that's the way it has been. And like I said, I feel like most of this is probably self-love related. And, there's a possibility your person may need to love themselves a little bit more too. So, if it's something that you may need to do, they may need to do that a little bit themselves as well. But either way, I feel like with some self-love, a little bit of a self-esteem kind of boost in there, you won't underestimate this person so much anymore. You won't kind of think that they're lying to you like a catfish or anything. Like, you'll realize that everything really is all right, that their love really is that deep. And we have some Ocean of Emotion cards, because obviously we want to know about their feelings here, what they're feeling for you. And we have, I grabbed one other card from the other group by mistake, too fast. Stress. I'm under so much pressure. So I feel like this is mutual, actually, with the stress. I feel like there's stress on both sides, that both of you guys are experiencing stress. You're probably experiencing stress because, you don't necessarily believe it. It's almost like there's this part of you that's like, this is too good to be true. There's no way that someone could possibly love me this much, or give me that much grace, or see me as, that amazing or whatever. You probably criticize yourself a lot more than necessary. So I feel like there's definitely stress on your end, and there's stress on their end too, because, they want to prove this, and there's definitely some kind of breakdown in the communication, and the stress may be a part of the reason as to why they are kept away, as to why things are not going very well. And we have remorse. I know I've messed up and it's killing me. So there's obviously been a breakdown, like I said, at some point here. So, maybe one of the reasons why you underestimate them and why you don't fully believe them is maybe because they have hurt you in the past. And there has been some kind of breakdown in communication or misunderstanding or something like that. But I feel like whatever this person did, whatever it was that went wrong, whatever it was that, kind of veered to the other side of just not working, I feel like they do have a conscience about it. They do feel bad about it. I feel like it was something that they probably didn't do on purpose, that they probably didn't realize it would upset you or hurt you, especially if you were already carrying some kind of hurt and pain previous to this person coming into your life. They may just kind of, trigger other pains from your past that may need to be healed, like I said. But I feel like this person definitely feels badly about what has gone down. They do have a conscience. They do want to repair things. That's probably one of the things here that stresses them out. We have intuitive, trust your inner knowing. So most importantly, when it comes to this connection, trust your gut with this. Trust your gut on how they feel. You know, if this pile, for example, is not resonating for you and it doesn't make sense, then take at least this one card and trust your intuition on that, and maybe pick a different group or just click off the video as a whole. So trust your gut. But if you do feel like, okay, something here is adding up, something here is making sense, then trust that. Because typically, you know, when we're experiencing fear, like if you're underestimating this person, if you're fearing that they're lying to you, you know, that's something that's going to create more of a tightness kind of feeling in your chest. It's something that's not going to bring you peace. Like, it's weird. You can have peace and still know someone is being shady and someone's not being straight up with you, but you can still have peace about it, because then you'll be like, okay, I know something isn't right here, so I know what my next steps are to handle this. But a lot of the time, and I feel more times than not, it's not that someone is being shady towards us. It's more that we're just scared that somebody is, but they're not. So really check your gut on that, because your gut's not going to lie to you. You have to go to the place where you're going to find inner peace, because where there's that peace, that's going to be the answer. And even if you don't want to believe that, you know, their love is truly that deep for you, if that's what gives you peace, then you got to roll with that, even if it seems like astronomically unbelievable to you. And we have faithful. I know we will find our way back to each other in divine time. So once again, this person is faithful to you. You know, their love is as deep as the heart of the ocean in the Titanic. So like I said, this person is faithful to you. Their love is deep. This is not some superficial, shallow, fake kind of love. You know, they see your beautiful and amazing heart. You know, this person is not going anywhere. So, you know, you can run, you can hide, but you cannot escape this person. And we have some divine masculine messages of love here for you guys. A little bit more of what they would like to say to you. I'm just going to move things around here a little bit. I feel you. How many times have we gotten something dealing with feeling here, you guys? Okay, we have I feel you. I want to feel your touch. Can you feel my love? Do you feel my touch at night? And I feel waves of energy around you. We have so much feeling going on here. Like, I feel like if this was just traditional tarot cards, there would be a ton of cups energy coming through. So once again, this is just confirmation of a lot of stuff that's already kind of come out here with these other cards. This person feels you, and I feel like you feel them just as much as they feel you, you know, whether you want to believe it or not. I am sorry for everything I have done. And I love it when this happens, especially when I'm using multiple decks. I love it when they kind of confirm one another, because I am sorry for everything I have done really lines up well here with remorse. I know I've messed up and it is killing me. So these cards really kind of go hand in hand. They're like peanut butter and jelly. They just confirm things together is what it all comes down to. So like I said, you know, this person's love for you very well may be deep, very well may be real, but that doesn't mean it's easy. That doesn't mean that conflict doesn't happen, misunderstandings don't happen. Even in the most healthiest of relationships, disagreements can happen and things can go wrong. That doesn't mean it's unhealthy. That doesn't mean it's toxic. It just means we're human beings and we're all flawed, and that all happens sometimes. So I feel like, you know, this is basically saying this person, like I said, they do have a conscience, they do feel sorry, they do feel badly about their part in whatever it is that has gone wrong between you guys, and that, you know, they would like forgiveness. They would like to move past that. They want to, you know, correct their wrongs. Our love is real. So once again, I feel like this person is trying to tell you, hey, hey, ding-a-ling, this is the real deal. This is not some like joke. This is not, you know, a catfish. It's not that. It's the real deal. It's the real love. So I feel like once again, they're trying to remind you of that. And I promise you union. So I feel like, you know, when this person does contact you in the 3D, which I feel like I said, someone's going to get contact in the 3D because I kept slipping up and accidentally saying it. And, you know, I don't believe that there are any accidents whatsoever. So I feel like this person is going to be coming back your way, whether they call you, whether they text you, whether they show up in person physically to see you. They're somehow going to make contact, and they're going to want that reunion. They're going to want to get back together. They're going to want to sort this out. They're going to want to work things out. I also have a little music card here for you guys, and this is another deck of mine that I created. But this was actually like something I created a long time ago. I basically just channeled a bunch of different songs and wrote them down on a blank group of cards. And so this is not something that's for sale. This deck is definitely for sale. This deck is definitely on Etsy, but this is not. This is just like a one thing that I have. Anyways, this would basically be the song that they would want to dedicate to you, that they would want to share and express with you about how they're feeling and about where they're at. And you guys got Hard to Stop by Dream. So if you guys remember the old girl group from like the early 2000s, Dream, like their big song was like He Loves You Not. This is not He Loves You Not, but there's a song that they have, I think it's on their second album, Reality, called Hard to Stop. So if you're not familiar with it, go check it out on Spotify or iTunes or you know, here on YouTube, wherever, but look up Hard to Stop by Dream. And it's basically saying like it's hard for them to just stop loving you. It's hard for them to just walk away. And once again, I feel like that's probably a pretty mutual thing. So go ahead and check that song out if you guys are not familiar with it. And finally, you guys, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus because, in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, what things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. Mark 11:24. So, you know, especially when it comes to this connection, you guys, when it comes to your love connection here, this Bible verse is basically telling you guys, you know, like, obviously, I feel like you guys would not be here checking this out if you didn't desire this person, if you didn't desire for this relationship to work out. So, you know, whatever you desire, pray about it and then believe that this is going to work out. Believe that things are going to pan out. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be an easy path. That doesn't mean it's going to be a direct route and it's going to happen overnight. It may take some time. There may be a few road bumps. There may be a few twists and turns. There may be a couple delays, but that's okay. You can still believe and you can still trust that that's going to happen. And the more you trust that you actually already have it and you're actually already there, the faster it's going to come to you anyway. So just trust and believe. And I know it's a lot harder said than done. And I like I said, I feel it for you guys in this group that there is a little bit of trouble in beliefs simply because of, you know, the underestimated card and the catfish card. But that doesn't mean that they're a catfish. It doesn't mean they're lying to you. That doesn't mean that it's not a legit thing, because everything else here said that it really is. So you just gotta trust and believe. And, you know, I'm here rooting you guys on and I'm believing for you. So, yeah, so hopefully that helps you guys out. Anyways, I want to thank you for stopping on by and hanging out here with me for a little bit, you guys. Like I said at the very beginning of this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot. And also, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way. And like I said, when you hit that notification bell, you will be informed when new readings go up, as well as when I go live. You'll be the first one to know about that. Lives, like I said, are every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And like I also mentioned at the start of the video, I am open and available for private readings too, so all the information that you need to know on all of that stuff is in the description box down below. Ways to contact me. My deck here, Written in the Stars, if you like it, if you're interested in it, there's a place for you to pick that up as well. So yeah, that's basically that. Anyways, so I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful to you guys for stopping on by and hanging out here with me today, like I said. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 2. If you chose this yellow or golden colored leaf, this maple leaf, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what your person is thinking, feeling, wanting, just, a overall general check-in here for you and your person to see where you guys are at. I'm trying to get your leaf secure. So it's there. It's just a little bit big. Okay, so we have several different decks to go through here. We got a whole mixture, a whole big group here of cards to see what's going on. So we're going to start off with some Enchanted Embrace messages. So these are basically just going to be messages of things that, they would like to say. Things that they would like to express to you. Especially if you guys have not been in solid, steady, stable communication. This may be helpful. It may give you a little bit of insight as to how they're feeling and what they're thinking. You are mine. Woo! So, right off the bat there, right out the gate, they are declaring that you are theirs. So I feel like this is someone who may be a little very take charge there, where they're like, yes, you are mine. Do you need more? So with this question and them posing that to you, I feel like they may be aware that even though they may be, more than willing to, kind of declare you as theirs, they may be willing to admit in this instance that they may not necessarily step up and provide exactly what you need, exactly what you want. This may be a person who may be a little bit in their ego in a sense, where, they're more than willing to like kind of be like all proud and haughty and like, ha ha ha, you're mine, like I'm the man kind of a thing. But then they don't necessarily think about what it is that you need, which I don't feel like they're doing that on purpose. That's kind of just like a human nature thing. A lot of the times it's just like we kind of see others as an afterthought. Unfortunately, that happens. So I feel like they don't necessarily do that on purpose to hurt you. But since they are asking, do you need more? I feel like they acknowledge the fact that they may not step up enough and that they may need to do more. You are my destiny. So they're saying you're mine, you're my destiny. So they definitely see you as a part of the big picture when it comes to their own life. And are you coming to the tree? So when I think of this, I always think of like the Hunger Games. I forget which one it is in the Hunger Games, but where Jennifer Lawrence is singing that song about the tree. I don't know. If you've seen the movie, you would know what I'm talking about. But I feel like they may want to like meet with you at some kind of place in a sense. It may involve a tree. It may involve a park that they may want to meet you at, interestingly enough. I also have some messages here from my own deck that is brand spanking new and out. It is called Written in the Stars. And Written in the Stars is not only love messages, there are general messages in there as well. It's basically pop culture inspired. So there's a little bit of everything in there. So there may be love messages that come out here, but even if there's not a love specific message that comes out for you guys, there's probably a reason for it. There's still probably some kind of reason it's connecting in this reading. So, we'll just take it as it resonates. We'll see what comes through, what comes out for you guys. And you guys do have a love message that's coming out right off the bat here with a modern day Romeo and Juliet. So, everybody knows the story about Romeo and Juliet. They're two people who fell in love and they really shouldn't have, basically. Their families hated one another. They were star-crossed lovers. It's basically like everything was against them as to why they shouldn't be together. Now, unfortunately, it did end in tragedy. That doesn't mean that it's going to end in tragedy for you guys, but I feel like it's basically saying here that there obviously are obstacles. There's something in the way here dealing with you guys. You guys probably are the stereotypical star-crossed lovers. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be that your families hate each other like Romeo and Juliet, although it could be. It could be quite literal. But either way, I feel like there is some kind of opposing force, that there's something on each side, because, it wasn't just Romeo's family that hated Juliet's family, and it wasn't just Juliet's family that hated Romeo's family. It was like a mutual thing going on both sides. So I feel like there's probably something going on both sides, on each side, that is opposing one another and keeping you guys apart from each other. It's like you guys are playing on two different teams, and your teams are supposed to hate each other. Your teams are supposed to be opposed to one another, but unfortunately, you guys fell in love. It's kind of like falling in love at the wrong place, at the wrong time, with the wrong person, kind of a thing. That doesn't mean that your love is wrong. That doesn't mean that it can't work out, but it definitely means that there's going to be a lot of work to get past all those obstacles and opposition that might be in the way. You don't need to go viral to get their attention. So, a lot of the times, especially if we're in separation from someone, especially if we're not communicating with someone or the communication is very limited, a lot of the times we may feel like we have to go the extra mile to get their attention, that we have to do more, that we have to be bigger, that we have to be bolder, that we have to be braver, that we have to do like all these extra things and jump through all these hoops. And the truth is, you don't really have to do that when it comes to this person. You don't have to go viral on the internet. You don't have to do some big elaborate thing, some huge gesture to get their attention. You could be quiet, you could say nothing at all, and you would totally have their attention, their undivided attention. So I know it can be very tempting, like I said, if you're not currently communicating with this person. It's almost like, you may have these, what I like to call these bright idea moments, basically, where it's like, you're like, okay, I haven't heard from him in a while, so I'm going to send him like a sexy picture or something. I'm going to send him a video where I'm doing a sexy dance or something to try and get his attention. And it's not that he doesn't appreciate those things, because, if he's any red-blooded male, then he probably enjoys those things. But it's probably not the kind of thing that is going to warrant the reaction that you want to get. It's almost like I don't want to say play it small, but it's more like just kind of play it down. Like, you don't have to be as obvious, I guess you could say. Be a little bit more high priestess. Be a little bit more mysterious, and that may even get their attention even more, kind of a thing. So you don't have to worry about being all clingy or big or anything like that to get their attention. Just you being you is more than enough, probably more than you even realize. Grammy winner for the best love song from your person. So I feel like your person may have a very poetic kind of heart, which may make sense with the Romeo and Juliet thing, kind of being a thing of Shakespeare, obviously. So your person may have a very poetic kind of heart. An artistic heart. This person may actually write song lyrics, you never know, but I feel like this person is very good with their words, bottom line, that this person knows how to say exactly what to say at exactly the right time. So I feel like this person really knows how to swoon you, basically, how to woo you, kind of a thing. And we have someone has cruel intentions. So I feel like the cruel intentions part is probably tied to the adversity in the Romeo and Juliet connection in your relationship. So I don't feel like it's like your person who has cruel intentions, but I feel like whatever this opposition thing is, that's the thing that has cruel intentions. Like, for example, I can't say 100% for sure, but, you know, maybe this is a third party situation, and maybe, you know, you're in a committed relationship elsewhere, and maybe they're in a committed relationship elsewhere. And if one or both of you guys are, then it could be these significant others who may have cruel intentions out for one or the other, simply because they don't necessarily like the fact that there's another person involved, pretty much. It doesn't have to be a third party situation. It could be something else. You know, it could be like the Romeo and Juliet thing, like, you know, maybe their parents don't like you, or maybe your parents don't like them, or something like that. But I feel like it's whatever that opposition is, whatever that thing is. You know, it could be, you know, maybe there's an age gap between you guys and there's lots of judgment between your age, or maybe there's distance. Maybe you guys live in different countries and maybe there's judgment based upon that. But whatever it is, I feel like, you know, there's someone or something surrounding the situation that, you know, does not have good intentions for you guys. It's like they don't want to see you guys succeed. They don't want to see you guys be the successful Romeo and Juliet, is what it comes down to. So it's just something to look out for, something to be aware of. We also have some messages of the masculine's shadow here for you guys. Some more messages from this person. You are the only one of me. Oh, it says of me. I thought it said for me at first. You are the only one of me. Okay. I thought it said for me for some reason. But either way, I feel like this person is basically saying, you know, you're the only one for this person. You're the only one who has their heart. So if there is a third party situation, once again, I feel like they're basically trying to say that, you know, you're the one that holds their heart, not this other person, not this other situation or circumstance. You feel my intensity at night. So, you know, if you're having dreams about this person, for example, or maybe just at night in general when it's quiet, when the rest of the world is asleep, and maybe you're kind of just to yourself with your own thoughts, maybe if you have problems like falling asleep or something like that at night, I feel like this person is definitely like trying to communicate with you at those times. They're trying to reach out, basically, on that 5D level. I daydream about you all the time. So you're definitely on this person's mind. They're definitely thinking about you. You know, they might get distracted while they're at work or something. This could be one of the reasons why someone doesn't necessarily like your connection. Maybe they don't like the fact that this person gets lost in thought, lost in daydreams, lost in, you know, feeling good, basically. When maybe someone doesn't want them to be feeling good about you or good in general. And I want to kiss you. So this person does want to kiss you. They do want to feel your touch. That's for sure. We also have some Ocean of Emotion cards here for you guys to kind of tap in on what they're feeling and their emotions, where they're at with their feels. So let's see what they're feeling. Okay. We have lies. I can't seem to do what is right. So I feel like it's not so much that they're lying to you. I feel like, if anything, they may be lying to themselves. And because they're lying to themselves, they can't seem to do what's right. Like, obviously, if you're lying to yourself, if you're not being genuine and true and authentic with yourself, how can you possibly be authentic with anybody else? So I do feel like this person may be fooling themselves, they may be tricking themselves. Like I said, there's nothing specific here that has said third party, but I do kind of get third party vibes off of this group in general. So if you are in a third party, this group may be for you. If you're not, that's okay. If it still resonates, go ahead and take it. And the third party doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It could be a situation. It could be a circumstance. It could be a way of thinking. It could be an addiction. It could be a lot of different things. But I do feel like there's some kind of like third element here that's standing in the way, like that modern day Romeo and Juliet thing. Something that's not good. Something that's icky and cruel, basically. And yeah, so I feel like this person is kind of lying to themselves, and because they're lying to themselves, it is keeping them limited. There's nothing I can do about it right now. So once again, if there is a third party situation, like let's say they're married, or you're married, or, someone's committed elsewhere, basically, is what it comes down to. You can't necessarily expect them to just run off and be with you if they don't break off the thing that they're already involved in. And even if it's not another relationship, if there's physical distance, for example, then someone's going to have to move. Someone's going to have to pick up and make that move. Because, yeah, you can have a long distance relationship all you want, all to your heart's content. That can only go so far. And that can only, evolve to a certain point where it's like, okay, where is it going to go from here? Like, you can't just keep running around that same mountain over and over and over. Eventually, you have to go through it. So if it's not another relationship, it could be distance, it could be an addiction. And I know that, people can still be together and have an addiction. Yes, that's true. But that doesn't mean it's going to be the healthiest of situations. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the best of situations. It's going to be a lot smoother to be involved with someone who is not going through a crazy addiction situation than when they are, healing from that and recovering from that. And I know, when someone is an addict, they're an addict for life. But there's a very big difference between someone who is actively using and someone who is sober and recovering from things. So, you want to be with the sober person. You want to be with the person who's recovering, not the person who is relapsing constantly and, drunk constantly or high constantly or whatever it is. So I feel like whatever's going on here, like I said, they're telling lies to themselves, and because of that, they're very limited. They're very limited. There's not a lot that they can do, and because there's not a lot that they can do, it kind of prevents things moving forward as a whole between the two of you. And like I said, I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's that, third element, that thing that's getting in the way of Romeo and Juliet here, whatever that is. It could be a lot of different things. And then we have anxious. I can't sleep, I don't eat, I don't have a sense of inner peace. And that's probably because of this stuff that already came out here. The fact that they're lying to themselves, the fact that they're limited and they can't do very much. What else was it? You feel my intensity at night, with them asking, do you feel my intensity at night? It's probably because at night, they're in this place of feeling anxious, where they have anxiety, where they're highly stressed out, where they can't sleep, they don't eat, they don't have any sense of inner peace. So I feel like this is someone that really needs to kind of clean up their own mess before things can really come together. And always remember, if this is truly your person, they're your mirror. So if they're a mess, then there's probably some kind of mess on your side of the street too that you need to clean up as well. It may not look exactly the same. It could be a different mess, but that doesn't mean that there's not a mess. And I feel like whatever that mess is, that's the cruel thing. That's the thing that's screwing everything up here. That's the thing that's keeping Romeo and Juliet apart. We don't want Romeo and Juliet apart. We want them to get together. We don't want them to kill themselves over the situation. We want them to actually have a happy ending. We want to rewrite Shakespeare's ending here to something good. And then we have choices. I don't know which path to take. So that makes sense, because obviously if they're riddled with anxiety and they're lying to themselves and they're very limited, they're not going to know what to do. I do feel like this person has a lot of options in front of them. Some of the options are probably options to continue in the unhealthy patterns that they've already been in, whether it's staying in a third-party situation like a toxic relationship, or continuing with their addictions, or whatever the situation is, whatever the negative, bad thing is that they're doing, that choice is still available to them. They can still choose to do that. But there are other doors there too, and they can choose to walk away from that marriage. They can choose to begin to recover and heal themselves. They can choose to no longer lie to themselves. They can choose to break themselves out of their own bondage and stop being limited. They can make those choices. So I feel like they're kind of probably at a crossroads right now where they're trying to make those decisions. They're trying to figure that out. They're trying to choose. They're trying to decide. So that way then, this love story can be turned around. So it can change from a tragedy into, maybe a comedy, something with a little bit of laughter, basically. And we have some divine masculine messages of love for you. So a few more messages of things this person would like to say to you. And we have our passion is real, which I definitely believe. Romeo and Juliet had plenty of obstacles in their way, but that definitely didn't stop their passion, that's for sure. We all know the balcony scene, that was very passionate and everything, and the nurse, helped them run off and get married and stuff. I want you to be happy. So I feel like regardless of what they choose and what they decide, regardless of what you choose and what you decide, I feel like at the end of the day, this person's love for you is unconditional. So because it's unconditional, I feel like they just want you to be happy. So, I feel like if they can't work their own problems out, if they can't, get beyond their own limitations and stop lying to themselves and stuff like that, they still want you to be happy, even if that means not being with them. They want Juliet to be happy is what it comes down to. And hopefully it will be with them. But I feel like most importantly, their intention for you is for you to be happy. So the message there in that is for you guys is to basically follow your own bliss. If that means sticking it out with this person, then stick it out. But if you feel like this is too heavy and this is too much, then, they'll be okay if you walk away from it to find happiness elsewhere. Trust me. So, which is a loaded thing to say for someone who's lying to themselves and pretty limited right now, but they are asking you to trust them. I do feel like for some of them, they are going to untangle this mess. They are going to untangle the crazy web that they've kind of created for themselves, all this emotional turmoil and stuff. They will untangle this. They will get past this. They will get through this. So for some of you, you do need to trust them. They are going to come through on the other side of this. And I was silly to let you go. So I feel like for a lot of you guys, you have a long history with this person, that you guys were probably together at one point before things fell apart. Something came along in between you guys that, became this cruel thing that, kind of split you guys up, that became that adversity and that opposition for Romeo and Juliet here. But I feel like, they recognize their mistakes, they recognize their flaws, and they recognize their faults in this situation. I also have a little music card here for you guys, and This deck is not a deck actually that I have that's available for sale. This one here, Written in the Stars, this one is available for sale on Etsy. You can find it in the description down below. But this one was actually my first deck that I channeled songs on, basically. I just like wrote them down on a blank deck. And that's what this is. There's only one copy of this deck because it's all handwritten. And I'm the only one who has this. But that's fine. It makes it unique. It makes it fun. And this would basically be the song that they would dedicate to you. You know, if you were to turn on the radio or something and they wanted to dedicate a song to you. I don't even know if people do that anymore nowadays. But if people are still doing that, this would basically be the song that they would dedicate to you to express how they feel about you. And you guys got Animals by Maroon 5. And, you know, Animals is very much so like an animalistic song, basically. It's very sexual. It's very much so a song of passion and desire. So I do feel like there is a lot of passion and desire between you and your person. I almost kind of consider it like the creepy stalker Adam Levine kind of song, because he kind of comes off as like this really creepy weirdo stalker guy in the music video, but at the same time he's Adam Levine and he's totally hot. So it's like, how can you resist like this hot guy stalking you in a sense? So it almost maybe kind of like, you know, the bad boy who isn't very good for you kind of a thing, which, you know, I'm sure that, you know, Juliet's parents probably said that, you know, Romeo's a bad boy that you shouldn't be involved with. So, you know, maybe he's your bad boy that you shouldn't be involved with, but you kind of love him anyways, and he kind of pulls you in and you're attracted to him and you can't resist that animalistic instinct in a sense when it comes to him. And finally, you guys, I have a card here from Loving Words from Jesus, because in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, be of good comfort, your faith has made you whole. Matthew 9:22. So, you know, basically, I know that, you know, just looking at the situation here that has come out today, this is a challenging relationship for sure. This is something that's not easy. It's something that's going to take some time, patience, healing, all that stuff. But you guys need to be comforted in your faith that regardless of what happens here, that you are a whole person all on your own, and that your situation, your life, you're going to be good. You know, at the end of the day, you know, like I said, this person, they want you to be happy. They want you to be happy. They want you to be whole, regardless of how things go with them. That's ultimately what they want for you. So, you know, try to remember that. Follow what gives you peace. Follow what gives you bliss. Follow what gives you hope and faith. Follow the things that make you feel good, not the things that make you feel down and icky and gross and, you know, just depressed and that kind of thing. No one has any time for that. You know, this life is short. We're here for a very brief amount of time, so let's not waste it being sad and depressed. Let's focus on the things that bring us joy and bring us love and bring us happiness. And it's funny here too, because, you know, in this card specifically, you know, we have Jesus and we have Mary Magdalene here. You know, it looks like he's, you know, sharing like a good word with her. And I know that it's kind of a controversial thing, and a lot of people are just like, oh, you know, were Jesus and Mary, were they a thing? Were they not a thing? You know, I don't know. I don't know if they were a thing or not. But, you know, if they were, and if it was kind of a forbidden thing or something like that, it could be kind of like Romeo and Juliet. And hey, you know, they do say that Jesus experienced everything that we went through as a person. So if he really experienced everything that a human being experienced, then how could he not experience what true romantic love feels like? Like every kind of love I'm sure he felt, but then he would have to experience that kind as well if he truly felt everything that we do. So anyways, that's pretty much the reading that I have for you guys here for pile number 2. So Once again, you guys, like I said at the beginning of this video, please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out, and it helps me out a lot, and it helps out with the YouTube algorithm and that kind of thing. So please do that, and also feel free to leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Also, make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know of future videos when they are on the way, and so you guys know when I'm going live, because every time I go live, you will be the first ones notified of that live. So I definitely invite you to do that if you're not already subscribed. And like I said, lives are Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I'm open and available for private readings too. So any information on lives, private readings, my deck here, contact information, all that kind of stuff is in the description box down below. And yeah, so I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful to you guys for stopping on by here, hanging out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love. Hi, Pile 3. If you chose the orange glittery leaf, then this is going to be the reading for you to find out what your person is thinking, feeling, wanting, just an overall general check-in between you and your person to see, you know, what is going on, what is happening with you guys. All right, so we have a lot to dive into here. Several decks to look at. We're going to start off here with the Enchanted Embrace deck and get a few messages as to what they may want to say to you, how they may think, how they may feel, especially if you guys are not in solid communication right now, if the communication is spotty or just simply non-existent. We're gonna kind of get a little bit of a read on here, get a little bit of a feel as to where things are at. So you guys have I love your smile. So apparently this person loves your smile. They probably think it's very pretty. They probably want to see you happy and smiling as opposed to sad and upset. I just want you to know who I am. So, interesting. I just want you to know who I am. So maybe in some ways, maybe this person feels like you don't see them for who they truly are. Not to say that you're inconsiderate or that you don't care about this person or anything like that, but you know, sometimes communication can go weird, and sometimes we can misunderstand somebody and just misconstrue what something really means. So I feel like this person may feel misunderstood sometimes, that you may not see them for who they really are. And I don't feel like that means that, you know, I don't feel like that means that's in a bad way, like they're lying or anything like that, or like you're not seeing negative things. I feel like you're missing out on their positive things, that you may focus a little bit too much on the fallout between you guys or the negative things between you guys, that you may fail to recognize where things go right. And when you fail to recognize where things go right, you may kind of focus more so on someone's shortcomings rather than what it is that they're doing right, kind of a thing. So yeah, I feel like this person may not be completely seen for who they really are on the positive sides. But let's keep going. Let's keep seeing what else comes through. How did I get so lucky? So I feel like they definitely view you in a very positive light. They probably have you on a little bit of a pedestal, maybe in a certain way, that they may see you as being better than them in a sense. So I feel like you being a presence in their life, you being a part of their life, is kind of just mind-blowing to them. Like, whoa, like I don't deserve this. Like, what's going on here? And we have, I want to spend my lifetime loving you. So this person truly does want to spend their time loving you, that they really do love you, that this is something that they're committed to, that this is not something that, you know, they're like, oh yeah, let's hang out for like a day and then go our separate ways. No, like this person wants to hang out with you like every day. Not just one day, like every day. Okay. We also have some messages from Written in the Stars, which is actually my very own deck, my very first deck that I came out with. And the messages in it, there are love messages, but they're not all love messages. It's kind of like a pop culture themed deck. So there are other messages in it besides love. But I wanted to include it in this reading because, you know, there could be some stuff there that could come out for you guys. And even if you guys don't get a love-specific message in it, I believe that whatever cards came out for a reason. There's obviously something that we can take away from this here. So we're going to see what it is that you guys got in terms of messages here. Okay, dip your toes in the ocean, smell the sea air, cleanse the debris of the day. So this card is talking about cleansing. It's talking about cleaning things. Like sometimes you may actually physically need to like go to the ocean, connect with nature in a sense to kind of like cleanse your aura, cleanse your well-being. It could be simply like hopping in the shower and setting an intention on the shower head as the water comes down on you, to be setting an intention to be, you know, cleaning the debris away of, you know, just like negative thoughts and negative emotions and, you know, things that are not supposed to be there. So I feel like, you know, once again, kind of going back to this whole thing of, I just want you to know who I am. There could be some misconstrued ideas on who you believe this person to be. And I feel like in order for you to see them for who they really are, in order for you to see like the good things that they have for you, you may need to cleanse some things off of yourself. You know, think of it this way. It's like if you're looking at this person, and let's say you have to wear glasses in order to see, you know, let's say your vision is not the best, like quite literally, like in the physical sense. Like if you're not wearing your glasses, they're going to look blurry and you're not going to see them for who they really are. But once you put your glasses on, once you put on that lens, you can see right. You can see things crisp and clearly. You can see colors. You can see everything exactly in detail the way that it should be. So, you know, this is kind of like, you know, cleansing yourself so you can have the right vision, so you can see them in the right light. And sometimes if we're a little bit dirty emotionally, you know, kind of like from our own damage and from our own debris of what we've been through in life, we may not see someone for exactly who they are, not because of them, but because of something going on within ourselves. So, yeah. Then we have, boo, you whore, Mean Girls. So yeah, I feel like, you know, when I think of this card, I kind of think of like literally like in school when you're being bullied and when you're being harassed and that kind of thing. So maybe one of the reasons why it's hard for you to see this person for who they really are, and, you know, for being this person who does want to spend their lifetime loving you, it may be hard for you to see it because of how you've been treated in the past. You know, maybe someone treated you mean, like maybe it could have been a mean guy, it could have been a mean girl, there was just like a mean person in your life who may have been mean to you. There could have been like an ex or something like that before this person came along, and maybe they unfortunately set the tone for you when it came to relationships, and now it's like you kind of have this dread and this fear inside of you, like, oh, well, you know, that person treated me like shit, they're all going to treat me like shit, kind of a thing. But that's not the truth, and therefore that kind of puts this distorted image into your mind to not really know who this person really is, this person who truly just wants to love you. And it's something that you may need to cleanse away here. So I definitely am getting the feeling like there's some healing vibes that may need to come in here for you as the viewer in order to see this person the right way. And we have as if they're clueless. Now, it's funny because I don't feel like it's your person who's clueless. I feel like you might actually be the clueless one. That you might be clueless as to the fact that this person, wants to spend their lifetime loving you. That they love your smile. That, they question how they got so lucky. Like, I feel like you're the one who's clueless because you don't see yourself that way. You don't see yourself as like this amazing person. You don't see how someone else could possibly see you this way. So I feel like you may be the one here who's a little bit clueless. But we also have build a life together like a fixer-upper. So, I feel like this person wants to build a life with you. They want to start fresh and start new with you. But, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like you guys are like a rundown house. You guys are kind of like a rundown house that's been, beaten up and maybe abused a little bit here by the mean girls in your life or the mean boys in your life. And, you need to be, it's like you need a little bit of renovation on the inside. You need a little bit of renovation on your internal home on the inside here. You got to cleanse some stuff away in order to have this relationship work. But there's some healing here that needs to happen basically. But I feel like if you do that, you can definitely like create a solid foundation with this person, and that this person does want to build with you. Like, they don't care that, you may be a rundown house. Like, they're okay with that. They're okay with doing this fixer-upper thing. They're not interested in buying the brand spanking new house in, the new neighborhood where there's basically like no trees because everything is so new basically. They're willing to take that on. They're willing to do that. Like, they care about you a lot. They want to spend their lifetime loving you. So they're totally cool with that. We also have some messages from the masculine's shadow. And we have, I have an addiction. So your person may have an addiction. It's possible that you may have an addiction too, that this could be on both sides. And always remember, an addiction doesn't necessarily have to be just, the stereotypical drinking, drugs, that kind of thing. Addictions are sneaky. They can come in all kinds of different shapes and forms. We can be addicted to overthinking, for example. I can sit here and say to you guys, like 100%, I know that's one of my addictions. I'm not addicted to drugs. I'm not addicted to alcohol or any of those kinds of things. No, but I am 100% addicted to overthinking. So, chances are if they're addicted to something, you may be addicted to something too. Because like I said, I was really picking up here with these cards that there's something going on with you guys that you probably need to heal in order to bring this situation better together, is what it comes down to. And if there's something here that needs to be healed, it's possible that there could be an addiction involved basically. And and like I said, I'm not letting your person off the hook here at all, because they very well could have an addiction too. It could be straight up obvious, like drugs, alcohol, sex, food, spending money. It could be like a lot of different things. But either way, I feel like there's probably addictions on both sides here that need to be broken, which is ultimately karma, is what it comes down to. This is karma here that needs to be worked out. It needs to be worked through. And it's probably on both sides. And I'm not telling you guys this because, I'm trying to give you a hard time or anything like that and say, oh, you have this wrong with you, you have that wrong with you, or anything like that. Because you know what? I have a lot of things that are wrong with me too. And, you know, if anything, I'm telling you guys this because I want to see you guys become healed. I want to see you guys feel better. I want to see you guys, you know, come into union with this person. And I know the only way that you're going to be able to do that is to kind of, you know, work through some of this junky and gunky stuff that kind of comes up and comes through in these readings, unfortunately. I feel stuck where I'm at in life. So, you know, once again, if someone has an addiction, that's going to put them in a place where they feel pretty stuck. So I feel like there's probably a very stuck and stagnant energy, once again, probably on both sides. And if something is stagnant, if something is stuck, that's where this cleansing could come in handy. You probably need to cleanse your spirit, cleanse your aura, you know, start cleansing away some of this, you know, negative mentalities, negative habits and everything. That stuff on both ends probably needs to go if the ball is going to get rolling on one or both sides. I'm toxic. So once again, this all kind of lines up here. If someone has an addiction and they're feeling like they're pretty stuck, they're going to feel pretty toxic. So I feel like, once again, this is probably on both sides. And, you know, if this person is truly your person, this is just a mirror, is what it comes down to. Now, you guys may have completely different hang-ups. You know, you may have completely different addictions, for example. You know, one of you may be an overthinker, for example, like me. The other one of you could be, you know, addicted to a substance of some sort, for example. But either way, you know, addiction is addiction. A mirror is a mirror. Struggles are struggles. You know, problems that we're working through to make ourselves better are problems we're working through to make ourselves better. That doesn't mean that you can't overcome this, because I feel like you guys definitely can, but there is going to be some work that needs to be done here. Like, these messages aren't just coming through so you guys have the comfort and knowledge of knowing how they feel and what they think and what they want. These messages are coming through to tell you, yes, this is what's going on. This is where things are at. But having knowledge is power. Like, the thing is, if you just take this information and you do nothing with it and you don't cleanse yourself, if you don't start, you know, repairing and healing yourself from, you know, the mean girls and the mean boys and that kind of thing, then this situation isn't going to improve. But I'm here to help you guys improve the situation. So I'm kind of like pointing things out here to you guys, like, yeah, you know, this is a little sticky and icky, and that's a little sticky and icky, but it's good that you know that, because now that you have the knowledge of it, you have the power to change it. You have the power to make it better. And that's what I want to see you guys do, you know, work through this stuff, so that way then you become healed and you become whole and you become the best version of yourself, and then you're going to see that reflected in your person. And then you guys can come together completely. And you won't even have to tune into readings, because you'll be so happy living your best life with your person. I think back on those moments you caught my eye exploring your body. So this person is definitely attracted to you physically. There's definitely a physical attraction that's there. You know, once again, I feel like that's something that's probably mutual, but there's definitely a passion and desire that's there when it comes to this person. We also have some ocean of emotion messages here, you know, because we are asking how they're feeling. So let's get a little read on their emotions, how they're feeling. So we have despise. I am full of hate. So I feel like this is basically self-hate is what it comes down to. I don't feel like it's you that they hate. I feel like it's themselves, because, you know, once again, if they are, you know, if they have an addiction, if they feel like they're stuck, if they feel like they're toxic, you know, usually people who feel toxic don't really like themselves very much. So I feel like, if anything, they're probably hating themselves because of where they're at and how they feel. And it's, once again, it's possible that you could be hating yourself too. If they are, you could be as well. There could be a lack of self-love on both sides. And once again, you know, it's like the old saying goes, you can't properly love somebody else until you have completely learned how to love yourself. You know, you have to have a good relationship with yourself first. So you guys may have sucky relationships within yourselves individually, which is why this is kind of becoming a problem between one another. So I feel like both of you guys need to learn how to love yourselves and see yourselves as the amazing people that you truly are, you know, as you probably see one another, so you guys can get this whole thing together, basically. And we have hostile. I don't want to play this game anymore. So, you know, I feel like there's probably mutual frustration here, that you guys are probably both sick of this, that both of you guys probably feel like this is some kind of game in a sense. You know, especially if, you know, you're feeling like, oh, they're just mean to me, that kind of thing. Like, you know, you're assuming that they're mean to you and stuff like that. I feel like I said, I feel like you guys both may assume that, like, the other one thinks that this is a game kind of a thing. So there's just, like, a lot of not so good assumptions going on here that kind of need to fall to the wayside, that needs to go away and stop. But yeah, there's a lot of that going on. But on the plus side, we do have a couple of good emotions coming through. It's not all negative, I promise you. The next two are good. We have balanced. I'm really trying to find a balance in life and love. So, you know, that's the key here. You know, things are obviously off balance right now. You know, when someone has an addiction, when they're feeling toxic, when they're feeling stuck, that's not balanced energy. But I feel like their desire is to have balance, that they want balance. They want temperance. They want things to be even between the two of you. They want things to be even and make sense in their own life. So I feel like this is their true heart's desire. This is what they're truly craving. Most likely, if they're craving it, you're probably craving and desiring this as well. So I feel like you guys are probably on the same page as to what you want. It's just a matter of, like, turning around some of this not so good stuff going on here in order to get this. And that can be the tricky part, the transformation to go from being stuck and toxic to balanced and at peace. And then we have build. I would like to work together to have stability. And I love it when this kind of thing happens, because, you know, this is basically confirming build a life together like a fixer-upper. And I love it when this happens, when I have, you know, a couple of different decks out and they have similar cards that hold similar vibrations that come out together at the same time. I feel like when those instances happen, it's really solidly confirming the message in those specific cards. So I feel like these cards here are really being emphasized here for you guys for a reason. That you and your person right now may feel like you don't have a lot of stability. And you may feel like you may not have a lot of stability, not just with your person, but just in your life as an individual. They may feel the same way, that they don't have a lot of stability in their life as an individual either. But I do feel like there's this mutual thing where you guys want to find balance, where you guys want to find security, and where you guys want to build a life together. I feel like both of you guys know you're probably hot messes. You're probably run down houses, basically, that need to be renovated very badly. But I feel like you guys are down for it. You guys are down for that challenge. You guys are down to make yourselves over from the inside out, basically, and, you know, rebuild this, to bring stability in this, to make the situation better. And I feel like that's the kind of drive, and this is the thing that needs to be inspiring you guys to have that internal transformation to help you guys heal, so you guys can have that, solid foundation, that amazing future together that both of you guys deserve. You know, nothing that is worth having comes easy. And this is definitely going to be a challenge, but it is going to be so worth it if you really, put your nose to the grindstone and go, and do, really, dig your heels into the ground and do the work. If you do the work, you're going to see that reflected in them, and they're going to do the work too. And we have some messages here from the Divine Masculine Messages of Love. And you guys have, don't give up on me. So this is not an easy connection, you guys. I can tell it's not an easy connection. There's a lot of unhealed stuff here on both sides. But, once again, if you really want it, you'll make it happen. It may take a lot of time. I'm not saying that this is going to happen overnight, you guys. It's probably going to take some time. It's not going to be a straight path. There's going to be twists. There's going to be turns. There's going to be bumps along the way. But it's going to be so worth it in the end if you really work on yourself. And even more so, not just so you can have peace and resolution with this person, but so you can have peace and resolution within yourself. So almost look at, don't give up on me. Look at it in a sense as, don't give up on you. Don't give up on yourself. Because, you and this other person are like all in one is what it comes down to. So don't give up on them. Don't give up on you. Look at it as us. Don't give up on us is what it comes down to. This is like a team effort thing. And now I'm dropping cards accidentally. I just had to move things out of the way so I can make a little bit of room here. I am learning my lessons, which definitely makes sense because I feel like both of you guys are kind of facing a time right now where you're both swallowing some difficult pills right now. I do feel like you guys are in a season of challenges, a season of learning, a season of growing pains. And these are not easy seasons, not by far. But when you're on the other side of them, they are definitely worth it. And, you're going to see how much you have grown and how much you've developed and how much you've changed. And you're going to love this brand new version of yourself. And you're going to have so much more peace and joy in your heart. And it's just going to make your heart so much more open and able to receive all the goodness that can come through then dealing with this person. Because like I said, you're doing the work, you're learning your lessons, they're going to be learning their lessons too. I want to tell you how I feel. So I feel like this person does want to tell you all this, that this person does want to communicate this to you. Like at the very beginning here, we had, I want to spend my lifetime loving you. I feel like that's one of the things that they want to express to you. That's one of the things that they want to tell you. It may not necessarily be the right time right now for them to tell you that, but they do have the desire to communicate these things to you. And I will never let go. And, that can be a challenging one, especially when you're dealing with something that is as difficult as this. It can be, sometimes it's just easier to give up in a sense. And the best thing you guys can do is to surrender the struggle. That doesn't mean that you surrender your love. It doesn't mean that you surrender your person. It doesn't mean that you surrender your dreams or your desires. It means that you surrender the struggle and the pain and the anguish that it takes to get there. You surrender the outcome of it. You surrender the hows, the whens, the wheres, the whys. You surrender the details around it. You just trust that everything's just going to come together exactly how it's supposed to, when, where, how, all that stuff. You just trust. But yeah, this person will never let go. And finally, you guys, I have two more cards for you. And one card is on this, it's a music card basically. So this is another deck of mine that I created. This is not one that's for sale. It's basically a blank deck that I wrote songs on titles of different songs. I channeled these different songs. I made this deck like a super crazy, ridiculous long time ago, but there's only one copy available of it, which is in my hands because it's all handwritten. But this deck here, Written in the Stars, this one is available for sale. So if you are interested in it, you can definitely check it out. But this one, like I said, I'm the only one who has it. But this here is pretty much a song that your person would want to dedicate to you. So if they could communicate to you through music, how it is that they're feeling, where they're at when it comes to the situation dealing with you, this is what they would sing to you or dedicate to you or play for you. What's Left of Me by Nick Lachey. And, you know, that's definitely a very heartbreaky kind of song. You know, that's definitely a song where Nick was very heartbroken and he kind of didn't know the next direction to go in his life. And he was looking at pretty much the fraction of what was left of him is what it comes down to. But obviously, you know, he was able to rebuild his life and make his life better. You know, he didn't stay in that depressive state. And I feel like you guys don't have to stay in a depressive state either, even though this may be where you and your person are currently at. You don't have to stay there. You know, always remember, this kind of stuff is temporary. It can change at any given point in time based upon the choices that you make. So anyways, finally, you guys, I have a Loving Words from Jesus card here for you because, in my opinion, a Bible verse a day helps keep the bad vibes away. And you guys got, judge not that you should not, I can't talk. Judge not that you be not judged. Matthew 7:1. So, you know, this is just a friendly reminder, you guys, to not judge. You know, don't be harsh and judgmental towards your person, for example. It may be easy to, especially if you are able to recognize those addictions and those bad behaviors and those toxic tendencies dealing with them, but try not to judge them, try not to be too harsh towards them. And also, don't judge yourself either, because, you know, just like I said, they're kind of your mirror, and you could have your own things that you may be judging yourself on too, and try to be kind to yourself and love yourself more and give yourself some grace and give yourself some understanding. So, you know, don't worry about making final judgments on anything. Just kind of go with the flow and look at things more through the eyes of love and giving yourself and in giving others grace. So that's basically the message that I have here for you guys. Hopefully that made sense and that resonated. If the message did not flow, of course, just let it go. But if it did make sense, please let me know and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear from you, even if it's just with a simple small emoji. And please give this video a big thumbs up. That definitely helps me out a lot too, especially with the YouTube algorithm. And go ahead and subscribe if you guys have not subscribed already. So definitely do that and hit that notification bell, because every time I upload a new video or I go live, you guys will be notified of that. You guys will be the first to know. You'll be informed of that. And like I said, lives are every Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm open and available for private readings too. So all the information that you need to know, whether it's about live readings, private readings, where you can pick up my deck here, Written in the Stars, all of that information, contact information is down below in the description. And yeah, so that's basically that. Otherwise, I am just so incredibly grateful and thankful to you guys for stopping on by and hanging out here with me for a little bit today. It definitely warms my heart and means the world to me. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love.